Hello everyone, welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Lianhe Xiaobao, which cited Iranian media via Xinhua news agency, multiple explosion sounds were heard in the early hours of Friday, June 12 in Iran's southern coastal regions of Bandar Abbas and Sirik. Two explosions were specifically reported in Bandar Abbas, which is located in the Hormuzgan province on the northern coast of the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz. Bandar Abbas serves as Iran's largest port and its most critical southern logistics hub. Additionally, explosion sounds were reported in the Sirik region, located southeast of Bandar Abbas. However, local media noted that no artillery attacks or active conflicts had occurred in the Sirik region at the time of the reports. Both locations hold immense strategic value, facing the Strait of Hormuz and the Gulf of Oman, with extensive coastlines and maritime access. According to Sin1net, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has announced plans to present official environmental data to the United States to counter a proposed 25% tariff on Brazilian exports. The Office of the United States Trade Representative threatened the tariff, citing concerns over environmental damage. However, Lula stated that Brazil's latest monitoring data reveals a historic drop in deforestation. Between August 2025 and May 7, 2026, deforested land in the Amazon rainforest fell by 31.4% compared to the previous period, reaching a record low of 2,189 square kilometers. Deforestation in the Cerrado savanna also decreased by 8.2%. While addressing these developments, Lula emphasized that Brazil is not seeking a conflict with U.S. President Donald Trump, but rather a relationship built on mutual respect, equality, and civil trade. He firmly noted that while he respects the democratic choice of the American people, the U.S. president is not the emperor of the world. The data will be submitted directly to U.S. trade officials to defend Brazil's environmental record and commercial interests. According to a report by the Liberty Times, Philippine Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro has taken a defiant stance after being sanctioned by China. Beijing announced sanctions against Teodoro and his family on June 11, 2026, accusing him of making anti-China fallacies that harm China's interests in bilateral relations. Under these sanctions, Teodoro and his immediate family are banned from entering mainland China, Hong Kong, and Macau, and Chinese entities are prohibited from cooperating with them. In response, Teodoro stated that China is merely targeting those who expose its deceptive practices. He vowed to continue fulfilling his duties and defending the Philippines against unjust actions in the South China Sea. Teodoro, who has consistently maintained a strong position on the South China Sea dispute, regional security, and Taiwan issues, also revealed that he holds no assets in China and has no plans to visit the country, rendering the sanctions practically meaningless to him. According to Yonhap news agency, South Korea's Bourse operator, the Korea Exchange, issued a buy-side on the main KOSPI market on the morning of June 12, 2026. This regulatory action was triggered by a sharp rise in stock prices, with Seoul stocks opening significantly higher. The market surge followed optimistic comments from U.S. President Donald Trump, who indicated that a nuclear deal with Iran was in its final stages and could be signed as early as the upcoming weekend. The sudden market jump prompted the temporary suspension of program buying orders to maintain market stability. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.